The meaning of the transformation of the Gaia consciousness of the planet Earth. The planet Earth is a living creature that has gigantic consciousness. The planet Earth can exist as a creature with great consciousness due to two large systems acting on these planets. The Gaia consciousness of Earth is made up of two types of consciousness. The first type of Gaia consciousness of Earth is the energy known as the Gaia's Gay energy, which is the source of vitality supplied to the life forms living on the planets. Until recently, the Earth Gaia consciousness has emitted the energy of the 17th dimensional vibrational frequency. The Gaia's Gay energy supplied to the planet's creatures is composed of life-nurturing minus energy and life-destroying plus energy. This energy is one type of the planet's Gaia consciousness that affects changes in the planet's nature and the life cycle of the planet's life forms, composed of birth, aging, sickness, and death. The second type of the Earth Gaia consciousness is the energy supplied to the emotions and consciousness of all living things on Earth. This type of Gaia consciousness is supplied to life forms on Earth through the cord of yang bag of each of the life forms through the Earth spiritual hierarchy. The content of the planet's Gaia consciousness supplied to a planet determines the planet's evolutionary roadmap and the nature of the planet's cultures or civilizations. Besides, the spectra of the emotions and consciousness that are embodied by life forms living on a planet are determined by the content of the planet's Gaia consciousness. Within the planet's Gaia consciousness, the consciousness of all living things on the planet is being embodied. Creatures belonging to a planet cannot express emotions and consciousness beyond the range of the planet's Gaia consciousness. The Logos of the planet Earth has been known as Gautama Buddha. The cosmic identity of Gautama Buddha is the 17th dimensional creator who created the Nevadan universe. The Gaia's Gay energy of a planet refers to one type of the planet's Gaia consciousness and provides vitality for all life forms living on the planet. Through the 18-day heavenly work spanning from December 6th in 2018 through December 23rd in 2018 at 6 p.m., the Gaia's Gay energy of Earth was converted from the 17th dimensional to the 18th dimensional consciousness. On January 29th in 2021, the Earth Gaia consciousness was transformed from the 17th dimensional to the 18th dimensional consciousness. This process was accomplished through the collaboration between the consciousness of the Creator dwelling down on Earth and the consciousness of the Creator existing in the paradise. The meaning of the transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness is as follows. Firstly, The Earth Gaia consciousness exists in the inner core of Earth. The conversion of the Gaia scale energy of Earth means that the wavelength of the Gaia scale energy are changed from the 17th dimensional to the 18th dimensional ones. The increase in the vibrational frequencies of the Gaia scale energy of a planet leads to the increase in the vitality supplied to the creatures living on the planet, which means that the life forms living on the planet can exercise higher levels of consciousness than before. Secondly, the transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness from the 17th dimensional to the 18th dimensional consciousness means that the planet Earth becomes a planet that can embody the 18th dimensional consciousness of the Creator. It also means that the planet Earth can harbor the highest level consciousness in the material world, and that this planet can provide the highest level consciousness in the material universe for its living creatures. Furthermore, it means the establishment of the foundation on which the planet Earth will become the Jami One of the material universe in order to supervise the material world. The transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness into the 18th dimensional consciousness of the Creator signifies that Earth will become a planet that supplies the light of the Creator containing the consciousness of the Creator to all the planets, all the stars, and all the galaxies in the grand universe. On December 30th in 2018, the installation of the networks of the invisible world for supplying the light containing the consciousness of the Creator from the planet Earth to all planets and stars in the grand universe was completed. Thirdly, the transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness into the 18th dimensional consciousness means that all things created in the grand universe can be implanted into Earth, and it also means that an infinite experimental space has been created on Earth, which is an experimental planet. Besides, through this big cosmic event, the planet Earth will be able to embrace all the material and spiritual civilizations existing in the grand universe. After the Earth Gaia consciousness is completely transformed into the 18th dimensional consciousness, the 18th dimensional consciousness of the Creator will begin to indwell all creatures from minerals to each of plants and animals living on Earth. The light containing the consciousness of the Creator will be supplied to each cell of all species of organisms living in every corner of Earth. In this process, creatures that will fail to endure the energy of higher levels of consciousness will inevitably have to leave the planet Earth. More than 70% of the life forms on Earth will become extinct. To take the place of them, new plants and animals that can adapt to 18th dimensional vibrational frequencies and 18th dimensional consciousness will be introduced into Earth. The planet Earth is scheduled to be reset on a large scale in a different shape than it is now. The natural environment of Earth will be very different from now. Along with the uprising of the Earth's tilted axis, there will be a great beginning of a new Earth. The oxygen concentration of Earth will become higher than it is now. The magnetic fields and gravity of Earth will also be different from now. As new plant species are introduced into Earth on a large scale, major changes will occur in all systems for human food, clothing, and shelter, and new cultures and civilizations will unfold in human society. Fourthly, the transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness into the 18th dimensional consciousness means that the planet Earth has become the Jami one of the material universe that will be governed by the consciousness of the Creator. At last, the planet Earth has become the only planet in the universe on which the consciousness of the Creator dwells, and the Paradise branch has been installed in the material world. From now on, a new system for governing and managing the grand universe will be launched, which will be run jointly by the source consciousness of the Creator dwelling down on Earth and the source consciousness of the Creator residing in the Paradise. By becoming the Jami one of the material universe, Earth has become the only planet on which all the contradictions that have arisen in the grand universe can be resolved. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth has become a planet where cosmic problems that have occurred during the evolution of the grand universe can be addressed and solved. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth will be a planet for correcting the contradictions of the thought adjusters that have occurred in spirit souls during their journeys for gaining material experiences for their own evolutions. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth will become a planet for the correction and re-education of the administrators of the spiritual hierarchies of planets. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth will become a planet for the correction and education of angels who have exiled from the heaven after committing misconducts or sins in the heaven. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth will have the quick response system operated for sending quick response teams to planets in difficult situations. As the Jami one of the material universe, Earth will be a cosmic laboratory to resolve contradictions that arise during the evolution of the grand universe. The seventh major cycle of the grand universe will begin with the dimensional ascension of the planet Earth. Before the Earth dimensional ascension begins, before the cataclysm begins on Earth, and before the uprising of the Earth's tilted axis occurs, the Earth Gaia consciousness should be completely transformed from the 17th dimensional to the 18th dimensional consciousness in the invisible world. Such a transformation of the Earth Gaia consciousness is underway in the invisible world now by the source consciousnesses of the Creator dwelling down on Earth, together with more than 1 billion angels. Through communicating and coordinating with the heaven, I, Captain Udeka, leave this message as a record. Here is the good news of the grand universe for you. March 13th in 2021, Udeka wrote,